Hello, this is Everton fan 77. Now, the other day I did a bit of a, basically a bit of a preview on Wayne Rooney and where he could go, what potential transfers could happen, and it got a pretty good response. So I'm going to do another one here today, and the player we're doing today is Romelu Lukaku. Now, pretty much most of you subscribers know that I'm a massive fan of Romelu Lukaku. If you haven't seen my Ultimate Team videos, my club name is Lukaku FC, and I frequently mention him, and I've signed him on I don't think I've signed him on any FIFA 13 career modes, but I definitely have him FIFA 12. I just love Lukaku. Great player. Really a fantastic young talent in the game, and I hope he goes on to become one of the best players of all time. So, yeah, that's pretty much just a bit of an intro on what's going to be happening. So let's actually get into the situation of Lukaku at the moment. Now, unlike Wayne Rooney's situation, Lukaku is very happy at Chelsea, even though he's not actually technically not there. But he's not forcing a transfer. This is more of a loan move, and see what will happen there. So the first option is the continuation of another season at West Brom. So if he spent this season with a season-long loan at West Brom, and he's stated as well in the past that he wants another season on loan at West Brom. He's really enjoyed it this season. He's played some fantastic football, scored goals, got a few assists as well, and yeah, he's been a fantastic addition to the West Brom squad, and a lot of the reason why they had such a good season in the earlier stages. Yeah, it's been fantastic there, and West Brom, of course, they would want him. They would want to get him again on loan. So yeah, that's basically the West Brom option. It's pretty straightforward for that one because he spent this season on loan, and looking forward to next season. It would suit Lukaku as well because he knows the players, he knows the style of play, he knows Steve Clarke's management style, and yeah, I think the move would be a very good option for Lukaku. Fantastic player, and really mixes in with the West Brom squad because they've got some fantastic crosses of the ball as well. Some really underrated players in that West Brom squad, like James Morrison, super cross of the ball, and you got Lukaku in the box. There's a great chance of getting a head on the ball, and then pretty much just as good of a chance of scoring a goal off that header because Lukaku is so good in the air. But basically, that's the West Brom option. So moving on to the second option, which has only come up recently, but it is looking more and more likely. It is Swansea. So Swansea have been a fantastic club this season under Laudrup. He's a fantastic manager as well. But they've won the Capital One Cup, and they've had a decent finish in the league. Although I think they're coming 10th at the moment. Although in recent times they haven't actually picked up as many points as they would have liked. But yeah, Swansea are a fantastic team. I actually really admire Swansea. There's a lot of teams I like in the Premier League, and Swansea is definitely one of those ones that they're just a bit underrated, and I just always want to see them do well. And yeah, so basically about Swansea, they'll have him on a season-long loan as well if they can pick him up. Now, he would get the starting 11 place most likely, but imagine Michu in centre forward and Lukaku in striker. That is just going to cause hell for defenders, and yeah, so it's another move that would really suit Romelu Lukaku, because you've got Michu, who is also a big lad as well, very strong on the ball, but he's not a target man as such, which most people of his stature are. He's actually not. He's more of a creator. He's got plenty of goals as well, but he's playing in that number 10, the centre forward role. Scores goals and actually sets a lot up. And then you've got Lukaku, who would act as your target man up front. It would be very good for Swansea as well because you got Michu setting them up and Lukaku scoring, as well as some great crosses coming in from the wings as well. So yeah, you've got some fantastic wingers. Wayne Routledge, Dyer, a few others which I can't actually list off the top of my head. And yeah, it would actually be a fantastic move for Swansea if they could pick up Lukaku as well. So he'd be a fantastic addition to the Swansea team. Now, the other option, of course, is staying on at Chelsea. For this move, this has probably got the most doubt about it. Because Chelsea obviously are looking at Radamel Falcao. They have been looking at him for over a year now. It would be a very interesting move if Lukaku stayed on, because you've got Demba Ba, he's getting a fair amount of game time at the moment, but he just hasn't found the back of the net that often in recent times, although he has scored some fantastic goals for Chelsea already in his short stint there. And you've got Fernando Torres as well, the laughingstock of football, but for one, I'm actually a huge admirer of Torres. He's had to go through a lot in his stint at Chelsea, And yeah, he scored a goal. He scored a goal in the Europa League. Yeah, he scored a goal in the Europa League. Europa League final, I should say. Yeah, it was Torres and Ivanovic. Yeah, Torres and Ivanovic. I just had an absolute mental blank over who scored. Torres scored the first goal. Cardozo scored from the penalty, and then Ivanovic, as all of you know, headed from the corner. But anyway, moving on. Stop rambling on about that. You've got Torres, who's is actually picking up some form in recent times. Although he's shown lots of signs of that happening, and then he's just let you down in the few weeks to come. But if Torres actually doesn't go to Atletico Madrid or stays on it, or doesn't go to another club for that matter, and stays on at Chelsea, they'll still want to sign, even though you've got fantastic players like Torres and Bar on the bench. Chelsea would still want to sign that star. World star up front, and really like a Radamel Falcao, Cavani, just one of those players up front who would really do you wonders. But yeah, Chelsea FC should pick up one of those world-class strikers, world-star strikers. And yeah, so if Lukaku stays on at Chelsea, his game time would be very limited. Although they'd want to play him lots and lots, you've got Demba Ba and Fernando Torres already. And then with the potential addition of a world star, it's not going to be easy for Lukaku to get game time. It could end up just like it was back when Andre Villas-Boas was managing, back when Didier Drogba was there as well. So yeah, if he stays in Chelsea, that's honestly, I think, possibly the worst move as far as Lukaku's career goes, and perhaps as far as Chelsea goes, because they'd want him to develop even further and become a greater player. But anyway, also one other thing is the positive if he stays at Chelsea. While he may have limited game time, he'll get to know the Chelsea system a lot better. He'd get to know whoever comes in as the manager, whether it is Mourinho or not. He'd get familiar with that management style, that style of play. Although it's kind of hard to adjust to a management style at Chelsea because there's so many different managers. It's kind of hard to get used to one. But yeah, if you get used to the management style, get a bit more familiar with the reshaping team, the reforming team after that 2009 to 2010 season. The squad has been changing a lot over the years. This season we've seen the addition of Hazard, Oscar Azpilicueta, Moses, Marin, and I'm probably forgetting one other, but those are just some new additions to the new look Chelsea team. And yeah, as far as Lukaku goes, you can get more familiar with the squad, and he'd also develop a bit more passion for his club because he's been playing off for different teams, and while you're always getting loaned out, it's not as easy just sticking you back into your primary club. Once you spend a few seasons on loan, it's not easy to get stuck into your primary club, get put in that starting 11 and just perform because you're not familiar with the team, you're not familiar with the manager, and then the passion for the club, as I just mentioned there, isn't quite there. Even though Lukaku is a proud Chelsea supporter, still developing a passion for the club you play for is not that easy. Unless you get game time. So that's pretty much what could happen for Romelu Lukaku. There are other potential options that could happen, but these are the three main ones. And yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please drop a like, and I'll see you next time.